Hello YouTube family. Now it's been a long time since I've been on this page, like 3 years, okay? And I know that I look busted, but I don't always look busted. No, scratch that. I look busted on a regular basis, but I clean up real nice, okay? But what I wanted to do, since I was just messing around with this little bougie ring light I got going on, just wanted to do a quick braid of my hair. I straightened it and it's got color in it, so it's kind of, it's not even bad or anything like that. It's just I just didn't feel like really doing anything with it. But like, color is so much fun. But yeah, so it's been 3 years since I did this video, the last video. And so I'm trying to think, my last video I did, so 3 years. So I think since then I moved out of my apartment with my husband and my baby Avery at the time, because we were house hunting. We were getting all our stuff in order, and then we moved in there while we were house hunting. And then we had used a company to help kind of make sure all of our credit stuff was together so that we could just get right into a house that we wanted. And we already had like a house picked out. We were just about ready to put in offers, and to come to find out, when you use that company, it fixes and kind of messes up your credit. So we were kind of in a pinch, because I had gotten pregnant. Apparently I was pregnant right before I moved into my parents' house while we were house hunting. So pregnant, you know, so we were there for a little over 9 months. Around 9 months. So I gave birth when I was still kind of living at my parents' house. So I had my baby Carter, which was like an entire situation. And so he was about like a month old when we finally moved out of there. But we mainly moved to, like, we couldn't get the house we wanted because the whole situation with the credit, which was so lame because I worked so hard on it. And then it wasn't even like necessarily my stuff. It was like whatever they were doing. Which is, I mean, it's good because they were, you know, challenging things that were like not accurate and all that fun stuff, which is like fine. But then apparently that also puts things on your credit, so it's kind of like a no-win situation, and I didn't know that at the time. So we ended up finding a mobile home, like a nicer mobile home that we end up buying, instead of renting, because like renting is like so expensive. It's insane. It's just cheaper to buy it. But so we ended up finding one of those, and it was nice because it's a 3-bedroom and 2 baths, so we have plenty of like space and everything to like for the kids. Like I said, I had like a almost 2-year-old and a newborn. He was Carter was about a month old when we moved in here, and hopefully I'm trying to move again this year, because although it's nice to have the space, like it's not even that bad. But it's just like my complex keeps like changing the rules of like what it wants to do. I keep losing my ponytail. But they keep changing the rules on like what they want to do here. You know, now they're posting up saying that we can't have our cars parked on like the side of our place, like in general. Like nobody can park their cars in front of their houses, and like it's just like really kind of nuts. We're like, okay, so most people have kids here that are driving age plus their own cars. You know, most people working have 2 income houses. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So me and Marta are just kind of over it. They want to like charge us for a cat. They want to charge us for a dog. Like, even though we own our place, you know, we're not renting. So yeah, and if they don't like the way our yard looks, like they'll literally challenge it. And be like, oh, they'll put like warnings on our doors and like all that jazz. So it's just been getting like just really annoying to be here, honestly. Like, it was fine because we really needed the space at the time, because, you know, obviously just having a baby and stuff, and you know, just our family was growing and we needed a space where we can have the kids can be playing, which has worked fine here. But I'm just like, I'm ready to move, you know. I'm ready. I'm just done with being here. Yeah, let's see what else has happened. So I know while we were here, you know, COVID hit while we were in this place as well. And so that was kind of like a interesting situation. Marty was an essential worker, so he never stopped working. So he was still working at the time, and so we were just doing the best we could with everything. And then he ended up changing jobs. Like, I don't know if it was like a year after or something like that, but he ended up changing jobs because his last job, it just wasn't working very well. It was super stressful on him. The company, like, a lot of the people were just like really selfish. Like, especially they didn't even have like an HR. So it's like you had the people that were working like in the offices, and then you had the workers that were working on the line or whatever, like wherever he was working at. And like they didn't have any like really any heat, you know, they didn't have any like AC. Like the only people that had that were the people in the front offices. And one guy was like super like bipolar or something. Like he was, one minute he was like super close to Marty and they were like just like getting along, and then like the next minute like he was just being like, you know, trying to like give him points for time off that he already had like taken. Like they're like, yeah, you could take this day off, he already took it, whatever. Then a couple weeks later be like, oh well, you took this time off, like you didn't call it in, so we're gonna dock you and give you a point. It was like really weird. Like he was like super bipolar or something. And Marty just be like, that was like, I already got permission for that off, like why are you just doing this now? And the problem with that is there's no HR to go to. So you have the big shots up in the offices, and they're all comfortable, and then you got all these men working hard on the line. So we just like, you know what, this is done. It's done. We cannot. He would come home so stressed out. Like I felt so bad for him. And so we're like, you know what, it's time for a change. So once all those stimulus checks came out, we end up like putting a lot of that on our bills for like months ahead, so that he could change jobs, because the next job that he wanted to get was in mechanics. So it's like in his like ballpark of, you know, the area that he wanted to work in, and so he did that. So we started job hunting. I found him a job, whatever. We're like looking and stuff, and found him something, but it was gonna be a pay cut. So we're like, okay, well, if we're gonna do this, we need to make sure that everything else is in order, so that wouldn't hurt too much, you know. So we like put all that a month ahead so he can get this job, and you start building up his resume and stuff like that for like mechanics work, because that's what he wants to be. And so he needs to be working in a shop for a couple years in order to take his test to be licensed mechanic. And so he needs to have 2 years of shop experience anyways. So we did that, and that's been working out really well. He's been really happy with it. He's gotten a couple raises and all that kind of stuff. He does a good job. He's happy like being able to work on cars and not have to deal with people that are like racist and just like stressing him out on a daily basis. So that's been really nice. So I'm just kind of nice for him to come back and not be like so stressed out. Like it was just hard to deal with. But so he's been doing really good. Yeah, so we had like the job change, we had COVID, you know, which everybody did. Let's see what else I had. I think what's happening the last couple of years. It's really just been trying to survive COVID. Feel like everything kind of shut down for like, you know, a couple of years, and we were literally just trying to get through it. You know, I had COVID at one point. Not a good time. I took as many vitamins as I could to kind of be able to survive, because I also had, you know, 2 kids, you know, under like 3. So that was like really hard trying to like take care of these little people while being so sick. But I did manage to do that, and my mom was gonna come over and help me, but I was like, I couldn't do that to her. You know, she's around, she takes care of my grandparents, and I didn't want them getting anything, and I don't want to get any kind of, yeah, don't want that mess. So I had gotten it. Marty had already had it at one point. My kids never got it. They still haven't, that I know of. So yeah, it's just been, other than that, we kind of just been at home, you know, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I do my own thing. With the kids in the house and all that jazz. And yeah, that's basically kind of like the summary of kind of like trying to catch up a little bit. I have quite a few things to talk to you guys about because like there's been some tea, there's been some drama, and I've been dying to get it out. Since you can already see the little flyaways. Normally I would put like a, you know, edge control and all kinds of stuff in here and all that, but I really just wanted it out of my face for now until I decided what I wanted to do, because I want to do my makeup. So I figured I'm gonna do a film of Get Ready With Me. So we'll try that. Thanks for watching, guys. I will set up another video where I do my makeup, and let me know what you guys think. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye.